Well, howdy there, Pipe Pals. Old Holy Smoking Pipe Padre coming at you on Ash Wednesday, 2/14. And I got just an interesting comment from one of my subscribers talking about he was watching one of my older videos when I had a beard and I was, I guess, significantly more corpulent, shall we say. And I was smoking this Fern Down. And so I just thought I'd make a quick little Ash Wednesday video. Very, very appropriate Ash Wednesday. Kind of look at the ash in the pipe there. You notice I'm not smoking it. Now, don't be alarmed. It's not that I've taken my fitness now to some level where I'm not going to be drinking one of my favorite beverages, caffeine, and smoking my pipe. But today is Ash Wednesday, and even though it's been over 24 hours, sunset, is gone, so, technically the day is over, and now we're in the vigil for the next day, so I guess I probably could, eat something and even smoke a pipe, but I just kind of, for some reason, I just wanted to, I don't know, just kind of, stay in that zone right now, that fat-burning zone. Not the smoking zone, but certainly during Lent and the other days that I'll probably be certainly fasting, an enjoyable pipe will be much appreciated. I'm surrounded here with some favorite, I have to say, one of my favorite pipe tobaccos. Lately, before Lent, I was really getting into Escudo, and I just love this. This is a wonderful, wonderful blend. I really love it. Just a rich Virginia, golden mellowed Virginia. Love this stuff. Also, my Burberry. Again, a special thanks to Misius Puffendorf. I don't know if he still is one of our active members, but I'm sure many of you know who I'm talking about, and he sent me this about a year or so ago, and I started really enjoying it quite extensively, and I want to make sure I don't let it go to waste. Also got a tin of Blue Mountain, which is a wonderful, as a matter of fact, I remember enjoying this on one of my fast days several years ago when I was just doing I think it might have been a Lenten fast before I kind of got into the weight loss thing and other more kind of intermittent fasting mindset. It was probably a day. It was just maybe, I don't know if it was Ash Wednesday or whatever, but I did remember I was doing some fasting, and I remember getting my first taste of Blue Mountain, and boy, tell you what, that and a cup of coffee, I could call that breakfast almost. It was that good. Also, I've been discovering and I'm really enjoying this Old Ironsides Peace Pipe. My friend, if you're watching, again, I can understand now why you were so, shall we say, desirous to have this last tin at the Briar Patch that day. I've been really enjoying this. Old Ironside. Now, I want to say this. I want to make a little disclaimer. I tell you what, this smells wonderful. This is almost, like I said, I could, old Holy Smoking Pipe Padre could really go for a bowl of this right now, but probably won't do that. Old Ironside kind of reminds me a little bit of pirate cake in a flake form. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying it is pirate cake in a flake form. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that it's very similar to pirate cake. Okay. So there you go, pirate cake. I mean, Old Ironside. You caught me. Oh, and then another one that one of my absolute favorites is Ceylon's Black. This needs to be smoked very quickly because its shelf life it's probably already past its prime, but it's still a good little smoke there. So anyway, that's what I'm doing today. Kind of keeping in the spirit of Ash Wednesday. There's a few of you out there who probably might be kind of going, gosh, well, I smoked a pipe today, and now you're making me feel guilty. Well, don't feel guilty. Because I want to say something. I want to say something about Lent. We're going to talk a little bit about, we're going to get on the little religious side. Yeah. a lot of times people, when they go into Lent, they always think of what they're going to give up. You know, like, oh, I'm going to give up drinking for Lent. You know, actually, I gave up drinking for life, so that's not a bad decision. But those of you who still enjoy a tipple, my hat's off to you. And my toupee's almost off to you, too. But the thing is, you know, there are just certain things that you know, look, in the last couple of months, I've given up wheat, dairy, and refined sugar, processed foods, you know, of course, fast foods. And I'm feeling a whole lot better. You know, I'm feeling great. But when it comes to giving things up in Lent, I really don't think that that's really the message that that I'm actually, you know, preaching. Now, I'm not saying that self-denial is not a positive thing. It is. We who live in a land of affluence and yeah, and great abundance. It's not a bad thing to say no to yourself. It's probably a very good thing, especially when you say no to things that really aren't good for you. They might taste good. Oreos. Oh, those there. And then I found out somebody took the plain old Oreo and they actually take them home and they make something called chocolate covered Oreos. Yeah. Okay. So, but anyway, so giving things up, creature comforts like pipe smoking, maybe drinking coffee or whatever your favorite adult beverage is, may be very good for you in helping discipline yourself, learning a little bit about self-discipline. There's nothing wrong with that. But I really think the message of Lent is not about giving things up per se. I mean, it kind of gets distilled into, what are you giving up for Lent? You know, I'm giving up chocolate. Or I'm giving up, you know, watching TV. I'm giving up watching Father Francis videos. Can't do that. Well, I guess you can if you want. Be a whole bunch to be watching, I guess, after you come back from Lent. But the thing is, you know, I think that Lent's a little bit more, in other words, to kind of focus it to that extreme and just leave it there is kind of superficial. Because I really think that Lent is designed to help us become better versions of ourself. Sort of like the TSC Heart of a Champion 69-day challenge, you know. That's why I'm really excited about, you know, entering into this thing. And just coincidentally, it just starts right around Lent. So I'm in day 3 of my TSC Heart of a Champion program, my training program. And I'm kind of excited about it. Now, the first few days been seriously a lot of DOMs. Let me tell you, my legs have been killing me. Even though I've been starting working out a couple of months before, starting to really discover that, hey, I can still do some of this stuff. And I'm really excited about it. But this has taken it to the next level, and that's kind of where I was looking to go. So, yeah, there's going to be some DOMs, and there's going to be some awkward moments. There's going to be some pain, you know. But again, I think it's all good. It's all you know, building me into hopefully a better, healthier, stronger version of myself. You know, and I look at that video from about a year or two ago, and clearly, old Holy Smoking Pipe Padre wasn't looking that great. Okay. Let's just say that I definitely needed a swift kick in the you-know-what to get me motivated to do what was good for me. Don't do what's bad for you. Do what's good for you. Okay. So, but what I wanted to say tonight in the spirit of Ash Wednesday, those of you who are following Lent, so what am I going to give up for Lent? Well, I think, well, this is going to be hard for me. And it really came home to me because somebody in the parish said something that had nothing to do with me personally, and it had everything to do with me personally. You ever had those encounters with people? They may not be talking to you, but they're certainly talking to you. And I had that happen to me today. And what I need to give up I'm going to try to give up for Lent, is complaining. Whining and complaining. See, old Holy Smoking Pipe Padre, he likes to complain a lot. And even though I may not, maybe let's say the majority of people don't know that side of me, the ones that do, I can tell you, are getting pretty tired of it. It's like, you know what? That's your life. Deal with it, you know. And I remember many years ago, I kind of came face to face with that. And when I was a school teacher, one of the things I didn't like about being a school teacher was having to correct all those assignments that you would give. And I just used to think, man, I have no social life. All I do is grade papers at the end of the day, and then I go to bed, and I do it all over again. Lesson plans and grading papers. And I remember kind of, the first few times you talk to a fellow teacher about it, they kind of sit there and go, oh yeah, they know what you're talking about. But when you constantly are complaining about the same old thing, people get tired of it real fast. And some of them, if they really like you and they really care about you, they're going to let you know they don't appreciate it anymore. It's old. It's tired. It smells. Take it somewhere else. I've heard it already. Okay. And I really, it might be harsh to say that to some people. Again, it's sort of like, another one that a lot of us, have you ever had a friend who had a bad relationship and it went wrong, and they call you up every other night and all they want to do is just kind of relive those highlights of when the relationship went south, and they just start, and maybe you've done that, maybe I've done that, and it's great to be able to have somebody you can turn to when you're really having a hard time and things are going pretty bad. But to kind of live there, and all you do is just, one day it's the same old thing. All you do is whine and complain. Tell you what, that will definitely drive people away from you. If you wanna be somebody that people don't want to be around, just start talking about all your problems all the time, 24/7. And just see how many of your friends, stop answering the phone or don't return your text, or, it happens real quick. So if you want people to leave you alone, just start whining and complaining, and I guarantee you that people will leave you alone. But that's not a good way to do it. So I decided that, I needed to, it's okay once in a while to vent and say, doggone, I really don't like it when that happens. Or that person took advantage of me, or that person, misunderstood and they took it wrong, and I'm so sick and tired. Okay, boom. Get it out of your system, but then you need to get over it. You need to get over it. And that's something that I'm having to learn, Again, sometimes we have to relearn things, but the second time around, it's not so bad, okay, that's right. You need to just. And I heard a great saying the other day. I'll give credit where credit's due. Chris Kruger said something, when you start looking at all the obstacles, that means you've taken your eyes off the goal. That's a good point. When you start seeing obstacles, that means you've taken your eye off the goal. And I think there's a lot of truth to that. So anyway, I hope you're having a great Ash Wednesday. Hope you have a good Lent. I'm hoping that you can enjoy, a nice briar, again, just for all those people out there following Lent, Now, some people, again, they want to get, again, this is their Lent. Lent's kind of a very personal thing. And again, I'm not here to tell anybody how to live their Lent. So if you want to give up chocolate ice cream and you want to feel good about that, you go for it. That's perfectly okay. If you want to, I know a lot of people will give up alcohol, for Lent. And hey, I salute you from that. God bless you, And if you, on Easter Sunday, you want to have a Guinness or a big glass of red wine with your lamb or whatever you have on Easter Sunday, that's fine. Again, I'm not here to judge you or anything. I'm not here to make you feel bad or guilty. But again, all I'm just trying to say is that Lent is a very powerful time of the year. It's a beautiful time. I always think of it as spiritual springtime. There are a lot of people who look at Lent as a real downer. And again, if you're a person who follows Lent, God bless you. And again, just enjoy. But again, on Sundays, a lot of times people traditionally fail to realize that Sunday is a day when you don't fast and you don't abstain. You do celebrate because it is a mini Easter. Okay. So and you can look this up. Some people will question you. Well, I thought you gave up chocolate, and here you are eating chocolate on Sunday. And again, Sunday is a dispensation day of the week. So and it's kind of like ties in with if you want to, I hesitate to call weight training and strength training and all that, but it is what it is. Because I am doing all that now. But most of the people in the programs that I've been following, they do recommend, quote unquote, a cheat meal or a cheat day. But you got to be really careful about that because it can lead to overeating. And I have to be honest, that's one of my little problems sometimes. Especially during holidays. I go, well, look at all the work I've done. But the problem is that I'm going to probably gain back and lose some of that some of those gains. So I got to be really, really disciplined and say, okay, I can have this one meal, but I can't make it into a huge banquet for the rest of the week. That's a no-go. That won't work. But again, Lent is kind of it teaches you balance. If anything, it teaches you balance, and hopefully you're going to enter into it with a good heart, a good mindset. You're going to focus on that goal, whatever the goal is you set for yourself, and just be patient with yourself. And enjoy Lent. That's all I would say. And again, on Sundays or on non-fast days, if you want to have a pipe, and I would even say even on a fast day, it's it may be after sunset. Like I said, I could probably light up my briar right now, but I'm just because it's Ash Wednesday, I'm probably gonna just take it to the next level. Tomorrow is I'm just a few hours away, and be able to have a pipe then if I want. No big deal. But again, I certainly love smoking my pipe, but it's just like, I don't need to smoke my pipe. And I guess that's a good thing that Lent kind of teaches us that, does this possess me or do I possess it? And again, it's not necessarily willpower, but it's just making a choice, a conscious decision, a little free exercise of the will to say, not right now. Not right now. That's all. Okay. Well, listen, thanks for putting up with my my harebrained antics and philosophies and everything. And you're most kind. And also want to say in closing this video, a lot of you were very, very supportive. My last video, as I talked to you about entering into the TSC Challenge, I'll talk to you more about that in the weeks to come. Wish me luck. It's not easy. I'm going to be honest with you. If you're thinking, oh, if he can do it, I can do it. And that's right. If I can do it, anybody can do it. But it's not without some modicum of focus. You got to say, oh, okay, I'm not going to, eat that chocolate covered Oreo, or I'm not going to, smoke that pipe right now because I'm trying to do something else. So it's not like it's simple and it's easy, and you have to make a decision, and once you make that decision, you do have to stick to it. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say. Thanks for watching, and we'll be talking to you soon. Again, you can light up your world when you light up your pipe. See ya.